The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with the Buckeyes head coach before the game. He believes so strongly in this wide receiver. He has been in the top 5 all season in receiving yards. Nobody can cover this guy. We've seen every type of different defense. Bracket, zone. Nobody has been able to stop him this year. Let's see if he's able to have a similar impact on this game today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for running room. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Russell fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Jenkins. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Not quite in rhythm there.
Come on, man.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that. I know that.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Keelan Russell. Left side is Hill. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And this offense is a pretty smart offense, and they're going to use their guys and their weapons all kinds of different ways. And you see it right out the gates in this football game. Getting your running back in space, running the real route, getting him matched up on the matchup you want so you can take advantage. This offense will do this all throughout the game.
From the gun, the ground game. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, do they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying him, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Throwing Russell. Back's got it on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hill. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind him and get back in.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Just had to get rid of it.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. St. Clair. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Again, it's St. Clair. Rushes on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
They'll run it to the right. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Hands it off. Sees a crease. He's past the sticks. Maybe some room here. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Tough run here. It's Hill. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Alabama! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run. They're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quick give. It's Jackson. Breaks the tackle.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
This guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw on the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's 1st down, if it's not open, just take off. This defense is going to be on their heels all game long if they can't find a way to start slowing him down.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Hits inside. It's Jackson. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Right back to the well. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Powers inside. And he got it so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Buckeyes will try to move the chains on 4th down. Needs it. down, and they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish.
$43.
Throwing St. Clair. Stepping to the right. Nobody open. He just throws it away.
How much did you order first of all?
Down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Ohio State. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow
wash, yeah.
That's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Keeps it on the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The fuck is that, a rat?
Blocking, trying to help their defense on third down.
What is it?
Now here's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10.
That's a sack.
Buckeyes. How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Russell on play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. A lot of room to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Tavian St. Clair. And And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. St. Clair. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Another third down stop for this defense, and they're excited, but you always kind of got to watch. Like, they shouldn't go for it on 4th down here in their own end, but this team has shown they are not scared. 4th down is just another down. They will stay aggressive. I don't know if they read the analytics or not, but it usually says 4th down, and I'm going for it.
Ooh, I gotta take
That's the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Tide ready to roll on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Russell. They're all over it. Way off target there.
And a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player. But a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There's no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd. Fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there. And now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
They would have needed a boomer from here, a 55-yard field goal attempt, so instead they'll go for it on 4th down. Keelan Russell. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Got the first down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You gotta walk around.
Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. Past the 30. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown! Buckeye! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Some misdirection with the counter. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, pressure's coming. Can't hang on after the hit. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Punt is in the air. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The run inside. It's Jackson. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
Throwing St. Clair. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. They'll go hurry up here. Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. He's brought down at the 6th, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Making the adjustment on the play. Motion from the wideout. And the RPO got him. Got him right there.
Nice job by the quarterback knowing where his answer was against the blitz and against man coverage, picking up that completion.
Hey, what's he doing?
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. The give. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Never a doubt. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clock clock is wound down. Just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. Fires to the wideout. Dangerous throw on that one.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
2nd and long here. They go play action with Russell. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. That ball is caught past the marker, but he is out of bounds, and it'll be 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They punt it away on 4th down. On the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. One more snap coming before halftime. Running inside, it's Jackson. He's got enough. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific 2nd half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Conner.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. Let's lead things off with Houston, taking on the number 11 team, the Colorado Buffaloes. And it's Houston coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. Make it 2 straight victories, and though their quest for perfection is over, this team is still very much alive in the playoff picture. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Pass to 6. Still running at the 40. All by himself down the middle. He's at the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So this 2nd half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. And he's brought down after a short gain. To slip through and pick it up. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Russell from the gun on third down. Right down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Russell on play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
When you make a quarterback feel comfortable, man, they'll sit in that pocket, they'll go through their progressions, but when you start to hit them, they become very human, very average. They got to do a better job of keeping him upright, protecting him, so he can have a better second half than he did first.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Brought it back to the 6-yard line after making the interception. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Out wide right, it's Smith. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots. And that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now. And he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Wait, what are you doing? You're gonna...
To the ground, he's got it again. Stopped in his tracks, he got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Tavian St. Clair rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
3rd and long right here. Making the adjustment. From the gun on 3rd down, St. Clair. Look out! He slides and gets the 1st down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the 1st down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Right side, it's Alexander. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll move the wide receiver. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
You took the moo off?
This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. St. Clair. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
What is he doing, bro? Come on, he's gonna hurry up and take the shit and go to bed.
The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Here comes that Alabama offense. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line, pick up a 4. Alabama quickly back to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Fires to the middle. He's got an open man.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
See some running room. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the back. Out wide right, it's Jenkins. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him.
It's a seam wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Runs through a tackle and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Straight ahead, it's West.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Throwing St. Clair. Out wide left, it's Roberts. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down. Looking for the marker. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Back's got it on the screen. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Russell. Going for it all. Got it. Touchdown Tide. And they've moved out front here in the 4th. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. From deep, it's Cross. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. St. Clair. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He's going to take off. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Stopped right at the 24-yard line, and that's short of the line to gain. It'll be fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. Great place to start for this offense.
The
running back has it. They were all over it. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played